rationalize the denominator of the following. Okay. The first one is 5 root 7 by root 3. Next one is 3 by 4 minus root 7. And third one is 16 by root 41 minus 5. These three. You need to rationalize the denominator of all these. Okay. So first let me rationalize, then I will tell you why do we rationalize the denominator. Why don't we rationalize the numerator? Why do we always rationalize the denominator? Okay, there is a reason why we rationalize the denominator always. Okay, so let us see why. Let us see how we rationalize the denominator, and then we shall see why we do it. So starting with the first one, we have 5 root 7 by root 3. Now we want to rationalize the denominator. That means we want to convert the denominator to a rational number, right? So what you do is you multiply the numerator and denominator by the rationalizing factor of root 3. So multiplying, so you have 5 root 7 by root 3, multiplying this fraction, multiplying the numerator and denominator of the fraction by the rationalizing factor of root 3. And what are the rationalizing factors of root 3? It can be plus root 3 and it can also be minus root 3. Both are acceptable, right? But because minus root 3 is, we don't want a negative number, so we'll avoid root 3. So we minus root 3, we'll simply multiply numerator and denominator by root 3. So therefore, 5 root 7 by root 3, okay, you multiply the numerator and denominator by root 3. Okay, so you're multiplying the numerator and denominator by root 3. In the next step, you see that this becomes 5 into square root of, you can take 7 and 3 both under the radical because you have a multiplication side. Okay, and divided by this root 3 into root 3 will become 3. So this is 5 root 21 divided by 3. So what you see here is that root 3 was the denominator. It was an irrational number here. It was an irrational number. We have converted this irrational number to a rational number. Though the numerator has got changed. If you see, the numerator has changed from 5 root 7 to 5 root 21. So it doesn't matter. We only wanted the denominator to change from irrational to a rational number. So because we have changed the denominator, so that is why the numerator has also changed. Okay, this is how you convert. Okay, now why, the question is, why do we actually change the the numerator to a, I mean, you rationalize the denominator. Why do we actually rationalize? Why can't we rationalize the numerator? Normally, in most of the problem, we rationalize the denominator for convenience of calculation. Now, what is the convenience? See here. Suppose 1 by root 3 is given to you, right? Here also the denominator is irrational, right? It is root 3. So in order to rationalize, you multiply the numerator and denominator by the rationalizing factor. What is the rationalizing factor of root 3? It is root 3. So you multiply numerator and denominator by root 3. So what you get here is root 3 by 3, right? Now, if you want to convert this now to a decimal, we know that root 3 is 1.732 divided by 3. So that now we get 0.574, right? So what you see here is that if we had started with this, if we had put root 3, 1 by root 3 is equal to 1 divided by 1.732, if we had not rationalized the denominator, this was very difficult to calculate, isn't it? So once we have rationalized the denominator, then it became very easy for us to calculate. So that is why we normally rationalize the denominator. Okay, so that is the purpose of rationalization of denominators. Okay, so anyway, let us proceed with the next problem. Let us see what is the problem here. Number 2. So we have next problem, 3 by 4 minus root 7. Okay. Now what you do here is you multiply the numerator and denominator by the rationalizing factor. What is the rationalizing factor of 4 minus root 7? It is 4 plus root 7. In fact, you can also take minus 4 minus root 7. Multiplying the numerator and denominator by 4 plus root 7. We get 3 divided by 4 minus root 7 is equal to 3 into, we are multiplying the numerator and denominator by 4 plus root 7. So you get 4 plus root 7 into 4 minus root 7. Okay, now see here what happens, that 3 into 4 plus root 7, in the denominator what happens is that you have this a plus b into a minus b form, which all of us know is a square minus b square. See that a here is 4, so a square is 4 square, and b here is root 7, not 7, root 7, root 7 square. Okay, so now we are going to simplify this. So you get 3 times 4 plus root 7 divided by 16 minus 7. So we get 3 times 4 plus root 7 divided by 16 minus 7, you know, is 9. So now 3 and this 9 cancel 3 times. You simply get 4 plus root 7 divided by 3. So now what you see here is that the denominator has been rationalized. Initially, this was our denominator, which was an irrational number, right? A third, which has now been rationalized to a rational number. Any questions? No question, then we proceed to the next one. Yes, tell me.
So I didn't understand the first method. I mean,
I can't hear you
what in a
properly.
bad way. So now can you hear me?
Yes, tell me, tell me.
So I didn't understand that method by why that 4 and 7 into 4 into minus 7 came down and above that 3 into 4 plus 7.
Why we are multiplying numerator and denominator? That is what you are saying.
This for the first one, the first one.
third problem here is 16 by root 41 minus 5. Okay, this. So what is the rationalizing factor of root 41 minus 5? Can anyone tell me?
So root 41 plus 5.
Yes. So that therefore we multiply the numerator and denominator by 41 plus 5. Root 41 plus 5. So what do we get? 16 by root 41 minus 5 is equal to 16 root 41 plus root 5 into root 41 plus root 5 into root 41 minus root 5. Right? Now if you see, leave the numerator as it is, 16 divided by root 41 plus 16 into root 41 plus root 5. Okay, this is only 5, not root 5. These are all 5s. There is no square root here. Root 41 plus 5, and this is minus 5. Even this is simply 5. Okay, and in the denominator, this is a plus b into a minus b form, which is a square. See that a is root 41, so a square minus, and b is 5 minus b square. So now we simplify. (41 minus 25). Okay, so what do you get? In the denominator, you're actually getting 16. Okay, so that now 16 cancel. So you get root 41 plus 5. What is the rationalized denominator? Yes, tell me.
It will be only 5 here with root 5.
Oh, yes, 5. That's a mistake that I'm continuously making. Anyway, this will be 5. Okay. So that denominator has been rationalized. What is the rationalized denominator? It is 1, right? So from root 41 minus 5 we started, and we converted the denominator to 1, which is rational. Okay, so that is how you will be rationalizing denominators. Okay, and we now come to the problem from your note that I sent you. This is the note that I had given you, if you remember. Okay, let us discuss this problem. This question is also rationalize the denominator. Okay, rationalize. Is the question number matching from your textbook 1 part 8? Are all the question numbers in the note matching from your textbook? Can anyone tell me?
Yes, sir, it's matching.
Matching. Okay. So if it is matching, then I don't need to write the question. Just check it from your textbook. Here the question is to rationalize the denominator of this. So we have root 2 plus root 3 into root 2 minus root 3. Okay, you need to rationalize the denominator of this. So you look at the denominator, and what you see is what should be the rationalizing factor? Can anyone tell me the rationalizing factor?
Yes, sir. Root 2 plus root 3.
Yes. By the rationalizing factor, or let's say simply write by root 2 plus root 3. So we get root 2 plus root 3 divided by root 2 minus root 3. So this becomes root 2 plus root 3 as it is. And since we are multiplying the numerator and denominator by root 2 plus root 3, yes, this is okay. in the next step, what you see is that root 2 plus root 3 multiplied by root 2 plus root 3 will simply give you root 2 plus root 3 square, right? Though I have seen in the note, what I have done here is that I have multiplied directly. Okay, that also you can do, no problem. Or you write it as a whole square divided by, now here if you see, this is a plus b into a minus b form, where a is root 2, so this is a square minus, and b is root 3. Okay, so this becomes, now if you expand this in the numerator, you expand this by a plus b whole square, so this is a square plus twice a b plus b square divided by this root 2 square is simply 2 and root 3 square is 3. So what you get here is 2 plus 2 root. Now this, because there is a multiplication sign in between, 2 and 3 both can enter the radical. So 2 into 3 plus, and root 3 whole square is 3. So this becomes 2 minus 3 minus 1. Okay. So now you have 3 plus 2, if you add, you get 5 plus 2 root 6 divided by minus 1. Where if whether minus is in the numerator or denominator is the same thing. So you carry this negative sign to the numerator. 5 plus 2 root 6. You can also write this as minus 5 minus 2 root 6. Okay, so no problem. Even if you leave your answer here, or you leave your answer here, or you leave your answer here, you'll still get full marks. Okay, no problem. Any question on this? If not, then we
No,
move on
sir.
to the next one. Again, we have to rationalize the denominator of this. So let's start this problem. So we have the problem here is, although it is cut in the scanning part of, so I'll just write the problem. So we have 5 minus 3 root 14 divided by 7 plus 2 root 14. Okay, so this here you multiply the numerator and denominator by the rationalizing factor. So multiplying the numerator and denominator by what? Can anyone tell me? What should we multiply by?
7 minus
Hmm.
2 root 14.
Yes, 7 minus 2 root 14. Okay, so we get 5 minus 3 root 14 divided by 7 plus 2 root 14 is equal to 5 minus 3 root 14 into 7 minus 2 root 14. And in the denominator, you have a plus b into a minus b form. 7 plus 2 root 14 into 7 minus 2 root 14. Okay, so now in the numerator, you start multiplying. That is the way you normally multiply. 5 into 7. 5 into 7. Next, 5 into minus 2 root 14. Next, minus 3 root 14 into 7. Okay, and finally you have these two. 3 root 14 minus 3 root 14 into minus 2 root 14. And in the denominator, you have a square minus b square form. A here is 7. So a square minus b square. B is 2 root 14 square. Now we only need to simplify this to get our answer. Okay, so let's simplify. 5 into 7 will give us 35. And 5, this when you're multiplying these two, 5 into 2 will combine here to give you a 10. And plus, you have a plus sign and a minus sign. These two will combine to give you a minus sign. You get 10 root 14. Again, these two plus and minus will combine to give you a minus sign. And see here I have 7 into 3. So this will give me a minus 21 root 14. Okay, and here again, if you see these two minus signs here will combine to give you a plus sign. So plus, and 3 into 2, you multiply these two, will give you a 6, and root 14 into 14 will give you a 14. Divided by 7 square is 49, minus 2 root 14 is 2 square root 14 square. Okay, so this is 35. And how much is 14 into 6? It is 84, I think, right? Yes. So 84. You take these together, and you have 10 and minus 10 and minus 21 root 14. These two will combine to give you a minus 31 root 14. Right? No confusion here. Minus 31 root 14 divided by 49 minus 2 square is 4, and root 14 square is 14. So now this becomes 9 and 11, 119 minus 3 root 14 divided by 49 minus this I think is 56, right? 14 into 4 is 56. So this becomes 119 minus 3 root 14 divided by minus 7. Now see, I have a minus 7 in the denominator. So what I do is I take a minus sign above. Minus in the denominator or numerator means the same thing, right? So what I do is I take this minus sign in the numerator divided by and make the denominator positive. So now I open the bracket in the numerator to get minus 119 plus 3 root 14 divided by 7. Okay, so this denominator has been rationalized. Now what I would like you to note here is that, which we shall be seeing in the later problem, 1 or 2 problem maybe, we should see here that minus 119 plus 3 root 14 divided by 7 can be written as minus 119 by 7 plus 3 root 14 divided by 7, right? It can be written in this manner, or you can also write this as minus 119 by 7 plus 3 by 7 root 14. Okay, so here when we are writing this number as this, what you see is that this is purely rational, right? And this part is the irrational part. Okay, so this part is called the rational part, and this part is called the irrational part. Clear? This number, how to write with the rational part and the irrational part separately, is perfectly clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
So
Excuse
this
me,
yes, tell me.
sir, it will be 31 root 14.
31 by 31.
Yes, sir, because above is
Okay, all these are 31.
35 plus 80.
All these are 31. Okay, fine. But anyway, even if that is so, 31 root, still this becomes your irrational part. Okay, this part, remember, this fraction can be written separately as a rational part and an irrational part. Okay, so we shall be using this concept in the sums to come. Okay, so I will, the next sum is actually a little long, so I will not start this sum today. I will stop here.